Leo, hi, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your November shift reading. So for these readings, we're looking at the shift into Scorpio season. This is a deep dive into the depths of the sea, into the bottom of the ocean. All of the things that normally cannot be seen from the surface are rising up to meet us now for us to review them, reflect upon them, and perhaps release them. All right. And so all of those RE words that's going along with that Mercury retrograde feeling that is happening on Halloween and lasting most of the month of November. Okay, so this is a big time of deep diving and reflecting and transformation. And so for these shift readings, normally my format is I look at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shift looks like. For these readings, I'm looking at what's coming up from underneath. What is coming up from the underworld for you, and how is that shifting you over the course of this month? All right, so that's the format. We're using the Mary L Tarot. Okay, and before I pull cards here, I just want to tell you a little about the meditation that came when I focused on your energy. I actually felt the ground beneath me shaking a bit, but like right under my feet, just like trembling. And it felt like, oh, it's coming. And it's so interesting too that in these readings, I'm looking at what's coming up from underneath, because that's literally what happened in your visualization. It's like this black bird, a crow, maybe a raven, but it felt more like a crow, came up like through my feet, up my being, and then like flew out of my mouth. I mean, it was a bit like, you know, I was about to say not to be dramatic, but like that's what I do on this channel. So it was a bit like an exorcism. Like this thing came up and out of me. Now normally I see blackbirds like the crow and the raven as like prophetic in some way. But this felt like you got something was released out of your being, not to return, you know, it tried. The funny thing was, and I didn't realize that until it was out. And it's like, you don't realize that it's even in there, I think, until it was out. And then suddenly it was out and I saw it like feverishly turning its head, looking for a re-entry point. It was like, no, let me get back in. Like it's almost like this narrative of, you know, since I said exorcism, this narrative of a demon or a spirit or something like that coming out and then needing a host to find, you know, like needing a host body or whatnot. Listen, we're in Scorpio season, it's gonna get spooky, okay? Needing a body, and so it was like looking around, and it like looked back at you as if it could come back in, and you were like, no, 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 no. And it was like gearing up for it, and then out of nowhere, such a movie, I heard, Paul! And this shot rang out, and the bird fell to the ground. And we, you and I, me as you, I guess, look over, and there's this like, just hot woman. That's like the only way I can say it, okay? There's this like badass being standing there with like this huge, looked like a bazooka. I'm like, was that really necessary? Maybe it was really necessary to get that thing. Standing over there with this smoking bazooka, literally smoke coming out of it, looking at you like, I got your back. I got you. It was cool. It was real cool. Your friend or your lover or somebody came into the picture at the 11th hour, right when you got that thing out and it was about to come back in. It was like, nope. Pull. Very funny meditation, Leo, so thanks for that. Y'all never fail to disappoint. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a couple shuffles and then we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna first start with what is coming up. What is this thing that's coming up from underneath for Leo, to shift Leo this season? What is this thing that's coming up from underneath? What is coming up from the underworld for Leo this Scorpio season? Interesting. 5 of discs. Okay, so essentially what we're looking at here is a being with snakes as hair, or white dreads if we're honest. Mary White, don't do it. And then we have the snake eating its own tail here, right at the heart. This is what's important. It's like the parting the curtain. And here it is, right in the chest, right in the heart. Come on, focus. Is this little beautiful picture of paradise. There's a little beautiful picture of paradise. And there's something about this energy that's like, this is the paradise inside, is what is being revealed. Something about what you value inside. Now the 5 of Pentacles is energy of being in circumstances where you don't actually have what you value. You are lacking resources in some way. Or perhaps it is the belief that you are unable to have this dream that you value and cherish so much, and that would nourish and nurture your heart. There's some sort of belief that that's just not in your cards, or that's just not for you, or you are not worthy of that in some way. That's what's coming up from underneath here. It's like simultaneously this revelation of what you actually value in your heart, and then sort of what's being excised, I think, is the belief that that is somehow unattainable for you, or that you will somehow never have that. You will always lack that. I don't think so. I think that's what's being excised and shot down for you this Scorpio season. So, one second. Yes. So what we're seeing here with the fig leaf is Adam, you know, this story of Adam and Eve being exiled from the Garden of Eden. That's the Garden of Eden in there. All right. So whatever that Garden of Eden energy is for you, it's like you have, perhaps you feel that you have been cast out from that Garden of Eden for some reason. Maybe, and you know, like maybe not even for something you did that you can pinpoint. Maybe this is like past life stuff coming up, if that's something that resonates with you. This like sensation that your soul like has this story, this narrative that it's cast out of the Garden of Eden and can never return, and you'll just have to like live the rest of your life with this paradise in your heart, sort of longing for it, but you have been banished from happiness. You have been banished from paradise. When Leo, I don't think that's true at all, and that's what's coming up here. Banished from the garden, Leo. No way. Okay, so now let's get some cards for how that is shifting you. Okay, so we know what's coming up from underneath now. Now, how is that shifting you this Scorpio season? Way too many cards. How is that shifting, Leo, this Scorpio season? What is the shift? How is that shifting you? How is that shifting you? I'm smiling because I love Leo so much. Oh, I can't help myself. Okay. I just love your energy. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Powerful. Yeah, baby. One second, I'm just sitting with this. Okay. Here we go. It's always a ride. So this is how that Five of Pentacles is shifting you. And I'm going to tell you the story, but first I'm going to show you the cards. Two of Wands, Seven of Cups, Eight of Wands, fire, fire, cups. Here we go. Fire, fire, soul. Soul on either side, emotions right in the center. So first, I think what's happening here is this revelation of you containing the Garden of Eden in your heart here. You can see that this is sort of like a little portal, and you can see that this is very not even sort of, but absolutely a portal with the Two of Wands. It's like this opening, this revelation of what has been underneath all of these layers. I'm seeing this, all of this hair as heavy weight that your soul has carried. That's why it feels like very soul level, past life contracts, stuff that happened all the way back to antiquity, all the way back at the beginning, symbolized by the Garden of Eden and Adam and Eve. It's like the very first time your soul was cast out from the garden and your karma began. All right, if you're with me on that narrative. You are revealing, it's like all of this heavy layers of mud and weight and snakes and crap that you have carried, your soul has carried all of these lifetimes, has brought you here to this moment, Leo, to reveal that the Garden of Eden is still with you, that the Garden of Eden is not only still with you, but at the center of you, right in your heart, and that the doorway back in, the portal into the garden, never closed. It never closed. It was just hidden underneath all of this. And in fact, the portal lies right here in your heart. You want the opening, you want the portal, you want to find that way back into that beautiful, primal, blissful, happy place. It's right here. It's been right here this whole time, but your soul has had trouble finding it under the layers of shame and guilt and honestly devil energy, like false belief systems. You've carried this shame for eating of the fruit all of these years, and it has absolutely no business here anymore. Samson. Yep, I'm really biblical in this reading and in a lot of readings. I can't help it. Christian mysticism, I love it. Samson, it's time to cut your hair. It's time to cut the white dreads. Okay, Leo, it's not a good look. Sorry, I had to. I love you, Marielle, but I had to. Okay, so the opening, my friend, is here with the Two of Wands. It's a choice point. It's a choice point to move all this heavy shit and say, oh, whoa, that's the opening. I could go back in. I could have this happiness again. It's right there for me. I have to make the choice. Now listen, here comes this other being. This energy has taken so many forms for you, Leo, but it keeps coming back. It's Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands. Today showing up as the Seven of Cups, this dark wolf beast being energy that is what I'm seeing this is very much like the black crow that came out. It's that same energy. It's that thing that, whatever the Queen of Wands, the belief system that that Queen of Wands has instilled inside of you. And again, I'm going to talk past lives because that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that this being has, you have carried this other entity with you through lifetimes, and it has left this like shame imprint on you all the way back to this lifetime, to the first one, you know, back from the beginning. This energy has just been with you and with you and with you, constantly limiting you, keeping you small, keeping this portal hidden from you with layers and layers and heaps of shame, essentially, and guilt. And here it is trying its damnedest, you know, with this like intense focus. That's what I'm seeing. This is how it's showing up in the spread. It's like, it's kind of funny, that it's like trying its damnedest to like keep this hidden from you, because that's what it's been able to do all of these years. All of these years, millennia, lifetimes, okay? It's been able to use its power of its willpower and its focus and its like concentration to keep this veiled from you. And I'm seeing that because of the moon energy. Moonlight only shows us certain things, and there's a lot of shadow play that goes on in the moonlight, and, you know, tricks of the mind, that sort of thing. This being, this entity, is continuing to use tricks of the mind, or trying to keep the portal shut, to keep these layers of weight covering this so you can't see it. But Leo, you see it. Oh, you see it now. You can't unsee that when it's part of your very being. Ooh, I'm getting so many chills. Eight of Wands. It's you. Hi, there you are. Ablaze. Look. This beautiful sleeping child here. And you, the protector of this one. You as the protector. Oh, I want to cry. The protector of this sweetness. You know, this like sweet energy. And this could be a child of yours. This could be a project of yours. This could, and this very well could be just that being inside of you, Leo. This beautiful, pure, it's almost like I'm seeing this as that being that you were when you were first incarnated, waking up for the first time in the Garden of Eden, which is this beautiful world, you know? This beautiful earth, waking up for the first time. And it's almost like here you are now, the phoenix. These are the tails of the phoenix. And here, you know, it's like this chimera, lion, phoenix hybrid, rising up now, rearing up in flames to protect that part of your soul. And bring that part of your soul now back to life, to reawaken this part that has been sleeping and lying dormant all of this time. God, I'm seeing this beautiful snake energy. You can see the magician, this infinity. It's like this has been going on through infinity, through lifetimes, through all of time. That's what I'm seeing. This part of you has been lying dormant, sleeping under the cloak of night. And now, Leo, it is time to awaken. You know, like it is time to wake up. And this is no match for that. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the Octospamen deck here, and we're gonna get some little quip of wisdom or advice. I love this deck because it's cheeky and sarcastic and very Scorpionic. It's good for Scorpio season. Let's see if we can get a little word to the wise here for Leo, specifically regarding Mercury retrograde. What is Leo's Mercury retrograde word or bit of wisdom to think on this Mercury retrograde? Oh yeah, baby. Jump. It's so good because look, we've got the portal open right inside of you the whole time, the portal here, and then we have the portal and you sitting on the edge of it now with someone else, by the way. You know, this one from the beginning, I got it for you. Now let's jump. That's what this is, you know? Or it's you, you know, and that image of that badass, that could be an iteration of you, right? It doesn't have to be someone else in your life. It could be an iteration of you, however that's showing up. But it's like, here, the two of you in partnership with yourself or in partnership with another. It's like, go, jump, take the leap. This is full energy, which is really interesting because Leo, normally Mercury retrogrades are times of non-action, you know, not always, but they can be times to just sort of sit back and just review and rethink and reconsider before taking action. So you could be preparing for this jump, or Leo, it could just be, you know what? Your retrograde, you know, if we're looking in retro, we're looking at something again or looking at it from another angle, you know, in retrospect, looking back at something from the past. And I think this is what you're looking back at. You're looking back at this like, it's very, you're looking back at your soul history here, and you're ready now to take the leap, to jump, you and the past version of yourself. Reawakening. This one, just like, let's do this. Whew. Taking the leap away from this one. And what I'm seeing here is, as soon as you jump, this portal closes behind you. Never to be seen from again. And this is all behind you. This is major karma clearing. Major karma clearing. And you know, with the South Node and Pluto and Saturn all dancing together in the skies this year, that is what this is about. This year is wrapping up karma in ways, you know, we've got Saturn and Pluto meeting up in January. It's like that hasn't happened in 30 some years. This is huge karmic wrap-ups in ways that have not happened in a very long time. And that's happening collectively, a collective sweep for everybody. But I'm seeing it majorly here for you, Leo. Gorgeous. Okay, so we're gonna continue to pull cards in an extended reading. If you are interested in that, if this is resonating with you, we're gonna get more specific. I'm gonna use a couple other decks, and we're gonna get into what exactly is this Garden of Eden situation? Why, you know, why do you carry all of this weight on your soul? That you know, what is that about? And then what is the jump? You know, how can you jump through the portal and back into that? And then what is that Garden of Eden for you? What is essentially, like, what is reawakening for you here? What is this phoenix rising energy? And then how can you keep this at bay? How can you make sure that crow, once it is out of you, does not come back in? Okay, so we're going to dive deeper into this. And then I think we're also going to ask, you know, what comes next after the jump? After the jump, what comes What's next? Okay, so if you're interested in that, stick around. There's going to be a little clip at the end of this reading here for you to preview the extended reading. And if it's continuing to resonate with you and you'd like to view it, click the link in the description box. That'll take you over to Patreon, where you can view that for as little as $11.11. Okay, so Leo, my friend, thank you so much for joining me. I'll talk to you soon. I just felt the whole, like, that this Queen of Wands energy, this Seven of Cups energy has literally formed the skin suit that you're in. Like, formed your body has formed around the weight that your soul has been carrying. Where is this coming from? Your body has formed around the weight that your soul has been carrying. And so now as you phoenix, you know, the journey of the phoenix is essentially, all right, I gotta light my shit on fire. This is gonna hurt, but I got to, right? Because if this has been a part of you for so long, you've got to burn it. It has to burn, you know, like, it's like, you've got to blow it up. It's got to come out of you, and you've got to like blow it up, and that's going to hurt. That's going to be painful, but that sacrifice is what is made in order for you to phoenix, because yes, the phoenix burns to ash, and that is painful. Just like the journey of the caterpillar, right? Digesting itself in the chrysalis, that's painful, but it rises again as pure fire. It rises again, the original soul, the original spirit that you were, a whole new structure, whole new body,